Hello everyone and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Canadian Grooves. I am here with Sarah. I guess I'm Kevin. And I'm here with my wife, Sarah, also known in some circles as Sarca Sim. Not sarcasm, but Sarca Sim. And I planned on doing this pickup video for the Sudbury record show? Record and rock show?
Record and collectibles.
Record and collectible show. So I planned on doing this pickup video, and I was going to just sit here, and that's how I was going to launch this new channel. I was just going to talk about the records that I picked up. And as I was getting ready to do this video, I asked Sarca, or Sarah, if she would join me, and she said yes. So here we are. This is like a throwback to the old Buried on Mars channel.
Yeah.
Where we used to do
pickup videos?
We can't call them pickup videos though, because Geek makes fun of us when we call them pickup videos. So I don't know, collection update?
Sure.
Okay, let's say that. So we'll start off, we've had a very busy weekend. We hung out with friends on Friday. This is turning into like a Q-Dog video, where they tell you what you do all week.
5 minutes, go.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is going to be a little longer than 5 minutes. But because we've had a busy weekend, we started off, we hung out with friends on Friday night, had a nice little bonfire. And then the next day we went to see at Valley Days.
Yes.
Which is like a festival in the Sudbury area. We saw an AC/DC cover band, Who Made Who, which were quite good.
Yes.
And then we went to see
Big Wreck.
Big Wreck, who were phenomenal, actually.
They were awesome.
Spoiler alert for the review that's coming up on CanadianGrooves.ca. There'll be a full review there of the entire show.
Check it out.
But so, thanks. But while we were there, we went with Sarah's sister Mary and our friend Mark. And just jokingly, as Mark was heading towards the merch table, I said, "Buy me some vinyl." And the bastard did. He bought me some vinyl. I say bastards with peace and love. So he got me Big Wreck's first album, In Loving Memory Of. Still sealed and all that. So he got me that. That was a huge surprise. And then I bought him a T-shirt as a thank you. And then he was wondering, like, he was looking at me. He's like, "Aren't you going to buy a T-shirt?" And I said, "No, my T-shirts come from Giant Tiger and Value Village.
Yeah.
Vinyl is my crack." All right, so I'll hand this to you. Okay, so let's get into this is everything. So then we got up this morning and we went to the vinyl record show. This is pretty much everything we picked up at the vinyl record show. So the first place that we stopped, it's a table. I know it's the guy who runs the event. I don't know his name.
Ivan. His name's Ivan.
Okay. Oh, we'll go to Ivan's table all the time because he usually has some really, good stuff.
For a good price.
For a good price, yeah. He doesn't overcharge. So one quick thing I'll mention is as we were going, like, wrapping up our purchase, Sarah found on the table a copy of Vanishing Point on DVD, which is a movie I've been looking for forever. I actually noticed that he had it at his table the last time I was there. I kind of wanted it on Blu-ray, but I can't find it anywhere. Anyways, if you haven't seen Vanishing Point, it's a good movie. It's with Warren Oates. That's who the guy I was trying to think of. You know Warren Oates, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's Warren Oates, and he's in the desert, and he's racing a 1970 Dodge Challenger. It's good times. Good dudes flick. All right, there we go. Okay, so the stuff we picked up at his table. Actually, this is funny because we went to see earlier this year at the Sudbury Fest. What is that?
It was the Northern Lights Festival Boreal.
No. We went to Summerfest. We did go to Northern Lights Festival. We saw Sloan there. But at Summerfest, the first band we saw at Summerfest in Sudbury was the Kings. So there we go. We got the Kings' first album.
Yep.
Produced by Bob Ezrin. I didn't know that. That's the Alice Cooper guy, in case you didn't know.
I didn't. So
I've listened to this. I've streamed it before, but now I've got a very old copy. So I guess, should we do prices a little bit? Like, this was $9. Just so you get an idea of what the prices are like in case you're thinking of coming. to this event the next time, because there'll probably be another one. So the first act we saw there was the Kings. The second act we saw there was David Wilcox. So I got myself a couple of David Wilcox. Actually, I got 3 David Wilcox albums. So this one is My Eyes Keep Me in Trouble. $12. Good shape, good condition. Bad Reputation for $8. And there was another one. Here it is. Breakfast at the Circus. This one has Lane Pipe on it. So there you go. That one was $15.
Yeah.
$15. Then earlier this year we watched the Get Back special on Beatles on Disney Plus, and that got me on a real Beatles kick, more so for their solo work. So Sarah actually found in the pile John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Milk and Honey. This album was released posthumously from like 1983 and 1984. It's a bunch of stuff that he was kind of half done, and they kind of finished it up and made this album. So
$12.
$12. And then for another $12, I got Stevie Wonder's Interventions.
Intervisions.
That's what I said. Intervisions.
$12.
And I said that. For $13, Neil Young, American Stars and Bars. This has like a hurricane on it. And one final album for $10, The Serpent is Rising by Styx. I think this is either their first or second album. I like 1970s Styx when they were really kind of a prog rock act more than a pop rock act.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the ones I got
From that guy.
From Ivan. Ivan the not so terrible.
That's right.
Your turn.
Okay,
so what did you get at Ivan's table?
Well, I because previous I bought Gary Wright's Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver, yeah.
Yeah, and he had just passed away, and I found Gary Wright's The Light of Smiles.
$5.
$5. I don't know. I like it. I like Gary Wright. We'll see. We'll see what that
we don't know
about.
what the album sounds like, but
No
it looks
idea.
cool.
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
And then the B-52's Whammy, $10. I'm missing this one.
Not anymore. Got it.
Yep, I have it now. Rock and Hyde, that's Paul Rock and, Bob Rock and Paul Hyde. Under the Volcano. And if anyone knows who Paul Hyde is, that's from the Paolas.
You don't want to block the people can't hear you. You'll be muffled. No, don't do that.
Okay.
Keep it below your face. I can hold it up for you if you want.
And then we have the Grapes of Wrath. It seems to be, it's a 12-inch 45 with 4 songs on it. I like Grapes of Wrath.
They're a Canadian band.
Yep, and I'm not familiar with these songs, but what the hey.
Who do they sound like? What would you say?
Grapes of Wrath? They're kind of a folk type band.
Folk type? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. What the heck's this?
Hunters and Collectors. I think they're from Australia. Or
No,
New
they're
Zealand.
Kiwis.
Okay.
There was a big discussion on whether or not they were from... While you were looking at records, there was 2 guys that were discussing whether these guys were from Australia or from New Zealand, and they both came to the conclusion.
I think they might be Kiwi. Yeah. So Mark Seymour is Nick Seymour's brother, who is in Credit House, and there's one song on here called "Arms Around Me" that I love. So when I found this album, I picked it up. I don't know what the rest of it's like. $10. And then this one's Romeo Void, and $8. There's one song on it that I remember Sirius XM would play over and over again, Never Say Never. and that song is on this album. So there we are. I like
You
it.
should do this one last. That's the big find
Okay.
for you.
And then there's this one here. This is Wham's Music from the Edge of Heaven, $15. And it's one of the ones I don't have in my collection. So
There was a documentary about Wham, or there is a documentary about Wham. We haven't watched it yet.
I've watched it.
You watched it.
I've watched it.
It's on Netflix, but a number of tables I was at, people were talking about the Wham documentary and looking for Wham.
It's quite good.
And they were saying that Wham was selling pretty good.
Yep.
All right.
It's quite good.
Believe it or not, I thought Sarah had a complete Duran Duran collection, but she does not. Do you have a complete Duran Duran collection now?
No, still.
Oh, but you filled the hole though.
Yes,
you filled
I
the gap.
Yep.
All right, and
sure
this
do.
is
This is Duran Duran's Big Thing, 1989. How much did I pay? $10. They say this after this album, all of their albums sucked. This is what people were saying when I was shopping around, and I don't know if that's necessarily true. I like the Astronaut album, but anyway.
what about this album?
Yeah, it's okay. It had a couple of hits off of it. And,
Right.
You know.
All right,
Yeah.
what, $10?
$10.
Okay.
All right.
So after that table, we went around and looked at stuff. I found this other table that had. So I've been like I've been mentioning, I've been looking for Beatles stuff, especially their solo career stuff, because after watching that Get Back documentary, I realized that a lot of the music that ended up in their solo careers, they were actually in the sessions, in the Beatles sessions. So like these albums are actually like a continuation of those Beatles sessions, and that's what really got me interested into picking them up. So one of the albums on my list was Paul McCartney's first solo album. This album apparently was one of the things that brought the Beatles to an end. Apparently, I don't know, that's what they say. Anyways, here's Paul McCartney's first album. I'm putting it in front of my face. Flip that album around. Look at that face. That's a face right there. So yeah, this $3. Actually, so he had it on the table for $5. But if you bought two, there was 2 for $5 or whatever. But then he said, "Well, I'll just give it to you for $3." But then he ended up selling me. So I got that one, a Phoebe Snow album called what the heck's it called? I don't even know. Against the Grain. I don't like whenever I see Phoebe Snow albums I don't have, I just pick them up. Especially when they're $5. So he had $5 on that, $5 on this, and he had $12 on a Teenage Head album, Frantic City. And I've been trying to get more Teenage Head in my collection because I have none. Now I have one, and he totaled it up, and it was $15. And he just said, "I'll take it for $15." And I was like, "Sounds good to me." So there you go. So while I was at that table, Sarah went to another table and she picked up
Doug and the Slugs, Tomcat Prowl.
Now I'm a fan of Doug and the Slugs, but I know nothing about this album.
I know that Tomcat Prowl was one of their songs they'd play on the radio.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you do know a song from it.
I do know a song from it.
Okay, I know nothing about this album, so this will be a fresh listen for me, new to me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
But then, because Kevin is into Paul McCartney's solo career,
all of the Beatles solo stuff, except for Ringo. I just have a greatest hits, and I'm kind of happy with that. Sorry, Ringo.
I came upon this one, Wings at the Speed of Sound,
Whoosh.
and he didn't have it, so
Yeah, so it was
There we
$11 for a nice clean copy there. So
yeah, it was really good.
all right.
Yeah.
Then the table right next to it, I grabbed for $10. Genesis selling England by the Pound. This is an album with Peter Gabriel as on the lead singing. This was like their big album, I think, with Peter Gabriel. Anyways, they got a lot of their breakout album, if you will. Okay, and we got the big guys coming up here. We got the big pickups. So the very last table I went to, well, I guess should we do these ones first? What should we do?
We'll do these.
Okay, we'll do these. So there was after we picked up some of this stuff, there was a table that was selling CDs. So we picked up. They had like 3 for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 for $5.
So I picked up Black Mountain's Wilderness Heart. I've heard of Black Mountain. I like their album covers, but I haven't heard their music. So I thought I would pick this up to try it.
Why 3 for $5, why not, right? I know you can stream it, but what the heck?
Yeah.
And then we both at one point had a copy of Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies.
Yeah.
And then we both got rid of our copies.
I just got sick of it. I was listening to it way too much, I guess, and I was like... Oh.
But now we've both been having a craving to listen to it again, and, you know, what the heck, it was in there for a few bucks. And then we couldn't find anything else, so this copy was a little bit scratched up, but what the heck,
well-loved.
We just needed to throw in another copy of something, so I got George Harrison's, what the heck is this, Dark Horse. So... yeah. Hopefully it'll work. It's got a little bit of scratchiness on it, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so speaking of George Harrison, they did have copies of All Things Must Pass, George Harrison's probably most popular, I would say it's his most popular solo career album. They had a bunch of copies there for like $100, $135. They were kind of reissues, brand new stuff and all that. And I was on the fence about buying them. And then this one table just had an old copy that was in good condition. I opened it up and everything in it was really nice. And so for $40, I got myself a copy of George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. So yeah.
I'll just place it there.
Just place it there. And then he also had for another cool $25, George Harrison's One with the Hand. I don't know this. What the heck is the title of this?
What does it say?
Oh, this is Living in the Material World. Okay, I know this one. All right. Yeah. See, that's the thing with streaming now. Like, I don't know the album covers, but I know the albums because you stream it and it's like in the car you see the wording come up, but I don't have like the album covers come up.
Right.
So that goes to show you how much I know what I'm buying. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. All right. I spent a little bit more on that. And then, okay, so right at the end of the show, there's an album that has been not on my Amazon wish list, but actually in the checkout. I've been on the fence about buying it because it's a little pricey. But there was a guy there that had it for $32. And it's pretty much just a few dollars less than what was on Amazon. So I got myself a new copy of Funkadelic's Maggot Brain, which I've been wanting for a while. There you go. Brand new copy, still sealed. And then finally, I don't think we're going to tell anyone what we spent on this one.
I don't think so.
It was a little expensive, but this is an album that's been on my want list forever. Since I got back into collecting vinyl records about 5 years ago, like this was one of the ones that, like top. I mean, I've never seen a copy out anywhere, and brand new. It is fairly expensive on Amazon. So this was a first edition run of B.B. King's Indiola. I can't talk. We've been out shopping all day, like at this record show, and anyways, getting tired. Anyways, this is a good video to launch the new channel with.
With us exhausted, yeah.
Indiola, Mississippi Seeds. So if you don't know this album was the follow-up to Completely Well, B.B. King's Completely Well, which had The Thrill Is Gone on it, which was a huge hit for B.B. King. And then they kind of, everything from that era of the early everything from B.B. King's era of the early 70s, like it's trying to, like it's in that vibe, in that vein. And this was a really excellent follow-up to that album. We did see a copy of Completely Well there, too. but it was kind of scratched up. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
True.
so yeah, wanted to give you the prices on that to give you an idea of what it's like going there, because people ask me like how much the stuff costs there all the time and blah blah blah. And so hopefully this will help you out in deciding on whether or not you want to go to a show. They have a lot of rare stuff there and that too. We're not so big on that, but friends of ours, you know, showed up for the early special, and they got some deals on some vinyl records that they were looking for and that. So you know, there you go. Hopefully that gives you an idea. Okay, so of course after we couldn't stop. We had to do like a little swing by Value Village because it was open and it's Sunday, and so what the heck, let's grab, let's just go in there and see what's happening. And we did find a couple of things.
So I found Crowded House, Better Be Home Soon, and Kill Eyes on the other side of it. $45.
And how much did you pay for that?
$1.99.
$1.99 for 45.
And then I love me some good puzzling. And I found myself
A Beatles puzzle.
Yeah, Ravensburger.
Raven?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know it was a
Yep,
Ravensburger.
1,000 pieces. It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Very cool. So yeah, we've been like really into the Beatles lately and listening to a lot of Beatles. So you can listen to some Beatles and do some puzz.
And here's hoping no missing pieces,
Oh.
please. There we go.
Well, you said that it was
Yeah,
in
I know.
plastic in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, someone sealed it up in a Ziploc bag. So
Yeah.
we know that, yeah, it's probably all in there. All right. Cool. Well, oops. I don't know if I should leave that in. Oh my goodness. So how much did we pay? Did we say how much we paid?
Yeah,
for that?
$5.99.
$5.99. So that's pretty good for a puzzle like that. 1,000 pieces.
Yep.
All right, there we go. First video on Canadian Grooves. Thank you for helping me out. Really appreciate it.
We'll see if I show up
Yeah,
here again.
that'd be great. I'm going to do more videos on my own, just for because of timing and all that. But yeah, if you want to swing by and do some more pickup, no, not pickup video, collection videos with me.
Okay.
We can't say pickup. Deke makes fun of us. Okay, so I got some ideas for some future videos. They are collection videos too. I had a buddy of mine. I can name him. I can say his name, right? A buddy of mine, Frank, has been dumping out of his CD collection. So he's been like kind of donating stuff to our collection. So I got a few CDs here that I picked out of his collection. But even more exciting. Maybe exciting is the wrong word. I don't know. I kind of geek out about this stuff. So he also had these binders full of burnt CDs.
Ooh.
And I always find these kind of fun to go through to see what people were listening to and the artwork that they put on.
Yep.
And Frank's got really awesome penmanship, so it's always like nice to see, like, because my penmanship is awful. My chicken scratches is terrible, so I haven't gone through them. I kind of like took a little peek in there. But to give you an idea, like Frank and I, our tastes that overlap is heavy metal. Like we're big into, we still are, but we were big into heavy metal in the 90s and stuff. And so that's probably most of what's in here, but you never know. Frank also listens to some stuff that I'm not really into, so you never know what's in here. So future video? Maybe, who knows? Let me know in the comments if you want to see that video. Maybe you don't, who knows? All right, that's it. How do we finish these things? Just say goodbye. Goodbye, thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Do a like and a subscribe if you want. Yeah, if you're watching on the blog, you know, go to YouTube and do the thing. Or not. Whatever. Okay, goodbye.